Okay, we're headed out on a Saturday morning, headed to Sheboygan, Wisconsin to Coons RV South. The wife and I are meeting Mark and Cindi, some good friends of ours from camping and riding that we hang out with quite a bit. And they are picking up their Brinkley 4000G toy hauler, and they could not be more excited. So we met Mark and Cindi in the middle of the 2022 camping season. We had just pulled our rig into our site at the Lake Hilbert campground in Fence, Wisconsin. Side note, huge shout out to Lake Hilbert campground. Absolutely wonderful place to camp. If you like to ride four-wheelers, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, whatever, they're right off the trail, wide open area, really nice big sites. Can't say enough about the campground, as well as the people, not only the owners, but the people who camp there. Generally super nice people, never had any issues. Really enjoy that campground. Well, anyway, we're backing in. Like I said, we're just getting set up, and Mark comes over like a Tasmanian devil, just, really liked the truck and the camper and the rig and the setup, and he just was all over us. I mean, it was literally overwhelming. Cindy's trying to get him off us because he is just like a Tasmanian devil. He's just all over the place, breaking every rule possible. And Mark even knows this. I mean, he's telling me, man, I should really let you get set up, but I gotta, come over and say something type thing. And Cindy gets them, back in their site and lets us get set up. And it didn't annoy either one of us. Normally it would, I'll be honest. I'm that guy that wants to get set up. Just leave me the heck alone. I don't want to miss something on the checklist, but it didn't bother me at all. I mean, he wasn't a jerk about it at all. I make fun of it, but it was totally fine. Anyway, we start getting set up, or we finish getting set up, and I grab a beer and we start talking. And at the time, Mark and Cindi were on trailer number 3, to my knowledge. So we're going to start with trailer number 3. I'll pause here. This was his rig. So this was the rig Mark had when I met him. This is his Nomad. It's a, living quarters in the front with the air conditioning, full hookups, cargo in the rear, to put his RZR. Absolute, beautiful rig. We really, really visually thought it was great. But they were kind of adamant that it was too small for what they wanted to do. It's fine for like a weekend, but, longer trips, they really liked our setup. So we invited them over. We showed them our rig, and they were very, just nice, not like over the top, I don't know how to describe it, but you could tell there was genuine interest, and they were, not judging at all, asking questions to help them make a decision about what they were going to do. And it was really nice. We didn't end up riding together. They were up with another couple that weekend, and I think they rode together the next day, and we had our dogs with us, and we were used to doing our own thing. So we went off and rode, and did our own thing that time. And that was kind of it. We went our separate ways, and all was good. I believe it was like a week or two later, we were back at the same campground, Lake Hilbert campground in Fence, Wisconsin. And I believe we were in the same site, but Mark and Cindi were in the site behind us. And we just heard them talking, and right away I'm like, man, I know that voice. And sure enough, I knew it was Mark and Cindi, but that wasn't the Nomad. In a matter of 2 weeks, they went from the Nomad to this rig. All right, we're going to take a quick step back. Before we get into the toy hauler they bought next, we've got to talk about a fifth wheel they owned at the same time as the Nomad. This was their Montana. It was a gorgeous unit, but it was not a toy hauler. I'm not quite sure, what the thinking or thought process was buying this unit. I think they bought this right before they bought the Nomad, and they figured they'd take the Nomad when they were going to camp with the RZR and they would take the Montana when they're going to go camp for longer periods of time. The problem came in is they wanted both. They just didn't realize it when they bought the Nomad and the Montana. So this is the rig they bought shortly after meeting us. It was like 2 weeks had gone by, and they had gone home, purchased this rig, and were back at the campground. And we were amazed. The rig was a 2019 351M. It looked brand new. It wasn't, but it appeared to be in beautiful, pristine condition. The only real issue with this rig was just the garage size. When they tell you it's an 11-foot garage, if you have a 3-season door, that takes up 6 to 8 inches of the garage. So their RZR, they had to remove the front and rear bumper, take the 3-season doors off just to be able to shut the back door. And then there was the issue of tying the RZR down. They move around a little bit, and they had like no margin for error. Mark had to put like 16 tie-down straps on it and just get that thing super tight to feel comfortable pulling it down the road. And I think that just ate at them. They took it to West Virginia. It made the trip no problem, did great, but I know he was just constantly checking that machine to make sure it wasn't moving around. Here's a good shot. We're heading into Sheboygan now. That's the Acuity flag. I believe that is the tallest flag in the United States. It's absolutely huge, and should check it out sometime. So shortly after West Virginia, we met them in Lake Hilbert Campground again, and we saw this unit. This was a 2022 Grand Design 349M, had a 13-foot garage. They gave up their rear bathroom to get the additional 2 feet, but they didn't care. They didn't really need the back bathroom. They needed the extra footage in the garage, and I think they thought this was their last rig. This was it. We thought the same thing. Really, the only thing we noticed right away, Linda and I anyway, was we wanted to be happy for Mark and Cindi here. They just bought another rig. They're excited, but Mark showed me his basement storage, and I was just like, whoa. I mean, he had no room to store anything. And I think they're both really upset, after going out and camping for a weekend, spending all that money on a new rig, and they had no room to store anything. And it's one of those things, if you don't camp and you don't do it, you just don't understand how much storage is important. Most people who think of a toy hauler, they're like, oh, you got more room in the garage, just put it back there. And one, that's easier said than done for a couple of reasons. One, it's usually filled with something. Once you throw a machine in there, there's not a whole lot of room. You can put stuff under, sure. But the problem with that is you're adding weight to the back of the rig where you want it in the front of the rig to get some pin weight on the tow vehicle. So this one we kind of figured is going to be a problem for them. And it turned out they didn't even make it. I think the next camping trip that we went on, we rode, and Cindi was spending a lot of time looking at Brinkley's. This is us pulling into the Brinkley dealer here. It's Coons RV in Sheboygan. It's their south location. And this is kind of us pulling in the parking lot. They're not here yet. So we arrived early, and we were going to kind of peek around, check out what kind of inventory they had. Yeah, I almost forgot. This was rig number 1. This was a 7-foot wide inline trailer, which is just too narrow to pull a RZR. I mean, it physically will fit, but it makes it really tough to get in and out of a side-by-side. So they sold this one and got an 8-foot wide cargo trailer, which made it much easier to get in and out of the rig and tie it down and all that good stuff. And great looking trailer. It wasn't a camper. So that's when they decided to look at getting a camper. And here's the big reveal. Here they come. Pretty exciting. buddy?
Andre's like,
Oh,
well,
good.
You guys could be here.
yeah.
Congrats.
Thank
Super
you.
exciting.
Yeah.
God, that rig isn't ugly, is it?
Beautiful. I told Mark, I said, I'm so glad. I love that. Isn't that cool? I didn't.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Dude, that scarf's spiffy.
That goes the scarf.
The scarf is spiffy.
It is not a scarf. It is.
A scarf.
No, it's not a scarf.
It's a scarf.
I blanked out on it.
That is what I'm looking for. Can I grab the keys and we'll drop them? Oh my word.
I'll tell the wax guy to go home then.
Wait, hold on. You want Sarah? What's that? Sarah foot? So we start off here at the front with a beautiful Gen Y torsion flex fifth wheel pin box. Such a nice hitch. It just offers some relief from the chucking, and instead of a hard connection there, you've got a little bit of rubber there to insulate, and it's just a much more smoother ride. Big fan of that hitch. I know that's not what I run. I run essentially a Trail Air. Same concept. Really love it. Moving into the wet bay, this is pretty amazing. I don't know if you can see it, but you got a bottom drawer that slides out. You've got your hydraulic leveling right there. You've got a huge basement, full pass through to the other side. You've got an electrical outlet in here. You've got electronic waste valves. Everything is absolutely beautiful. Here's your first slide out tray, which you can put whatever you want in there. I mean, it's a brand new unit, so it's got some of the stuff from the dealer in there and the manufacturer. There is, I don't know if you noticed here, I had a little trouble there initially with having to lock the slide there. It's just new, and the bushings are, need to get worn in a little bit. Same thing, there's a power reel to wind up the electrical connection. So you just push a button and it reels up your power. You have another slide out to store your ladder. It isn't always on the exterior of your rig. You pull this out, you can hook it right up on the right-hand side here at the top. So when you need your ladder, it's right there. When you don't need it, you put it away and you're done. It's awesome. Really, really like that feature. So we'll go back over here to this basement. There's two dividers, and when you open them up, and there's magnetic catches to hold the door open, it opens the entire basement up to the front of the fifth wheel. So you'll see Cindy's over here opening up that door, and you can see right through there. And this is more basement storage, if you will, usable storage than any other fifth wheel I've seen. I'm not saying there isn't any out there like it. I have no idea, but I've never seen anything like this. This is pretty incredible. She's getting ready to open up the other side. There's even, more storage, obviously, on the other side that makes the whole, you can pop up that divider, make that all wide open if you want. Over here on this side is their Rockford Fosgate system, along with their outdoor shower or water connection. Down here on my left, you're going to see Cindy's going to open up a little slide out refrigerator / freezer, which is pretty amazing as well. So you got quick access to some beers or some soda or water that, at your disposal right here, which is really nice. You pop this lower compartment door open and boom, you have another sliding drawer. I mean, Brinkley really thought of quite a bit when they designed this. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing camper, if you ask me. I mean, this part blows away anything I've seen before. They even have an access or a pass-through, so you don't have to have your compartment door open if you want to run power or you want to run whatever down here. That's really, really nice. I know they have a Starlink, so maybe they want to run their Starlink cable through that pass-through. There's, infinite things you can do with it. But everything is nice. That's a sliding door that can cover up that Rockford Fosgate stuff. You can see Brinkley needs to send out a couple of these little hasps. There's like a ball bearing and a spring that was apparently missing in 2 of them that caused this. But there's the 2 compartments connected, if you will, wide open. Absolute tons of room for storage. All right, so here's the front view of that basement compartment all opened up. Again, tons of room. Really like this feature. We're going to open up the bottom lower compartment. You've got your batteries. You got 2 self-heating lithium-ion Renogy 100 amp hour batteries, 3,000 watt inverter, solar charge controller over there on the right. You got a big hydraulic tank because this unit has hydraulic leveling. I believe they're hydraulic slides as well. So you really have a nice system here. Plenty of, power and charging ability. Here's the Jenny. You got a dual fuel source generator. It'll run off gasoline as well as propane. This is just a little cover for, your knowledge, but it's flex fuel, 5,500 watts. Here is a shot of the hydraulic levelers. I have electric jacks on mine, so I'm not super familiar with the ins and outs of the hydraulic leveling system, but these look pretty nice, and I believe the front ones were a little bit thicker than normal. The back 2 look like what I'm used to seeing, but don't quote me on that. I definitely have awning envy on this rig. There's 3 awnings on this side. Basically, the entire length of the camper has awnings on it. There's even an awning on the slide out. It's really nice to have all that shade. Yeah, I know it depends on the time of day and all that, but I'd rather have more awnings than less. You've got an awning out here on the back, so you can kind of shade off that back patio area. I know they'll take advantage of that. They liked it on the other one. And this one's cool. It's got some lights on it to light up the back. So even if you're sitting out there, it's not too obtrusive. You'll notice there are some speakers on both sides of the door as well. So that was pretty awesome. There's some loading lights. Down here, we're going to get into your fuel and onboard air setup. They get a little Senko compressor on board. It has a retractable hose reel there on the left to pull out and air up the tires. That's super nice. To the right here, you have twin 30-gallon tanks. The one on the right is to fill up your toys. The one on the left is to give gasoline to the generator. As mentioned before, the generator will also run on propane. So up here, you're going to see the black tank flush, which is really nice. I also noticed the Furion wireless backup camera pre-installed. They give you the monitor. It's in that drawer right there, as well as the blind spot cameras pre-installed. That's really nice. When you're 45 feet long like this, it helps being able to see down those blind spots and down the side of the camera, whether it's turning, passing someone on the highway. It's really nice. Something that caught my attention when I was walking over here was there's a heated line going to the refrigerator. So if you're camping in the wintertime, Brinkley already thought of that and put a heated line in there for you. Super nice touch. So Brinkley puts on these beautiful black wheels and Cooper tires. They're not China bombs that you got to replace right away. They put in good tires right from the get-go, along with a Moride Cree 3000 wet bolt and stabilizer kit. So you can grease everything, keep everything, moving down the road nicely. Really like that system. I mean, that was nice to see right from the factory. The other thing I just am now noticing is Brinkley put this white tint over the windows to kind of blend in with the decals. And I don't know why, but that really caught my eye. I like that. You can see the loading light back there for when you're using the air compressor or fueling up. That's a nice touch as well. So we'll head into the rig here. Right away, you can see it's really bright and airy in here. The 3-season doors are white. Most of them are black and it's darker. So, seeing the white's pretty good. Definitely not something I'm used to. The doors slid open, no problem. And I noticed right away this little cubby in the floor. Now, this is pretty thick steel. You can definitely drive over it. You open it up. There's a little extension cord in there, and I couldn't figure out what that was for. But Brinkley thought of everything. You plug that into a wall outlet, and that gets you power to like an extension cord on a reel outside, right outside the door here, which is really nice. If you need a cord, you got one built in. I personally think probably my only complaint is they could have put an outlet in that box for them, but that's just a way for water to get in there. So I guess I can see both sides of that. But man, what a neat little feature. The other thing you'll see, there's nice tie down points, three rows right in the floor. That was nice. Got the Happy Jack couches up there, and the queen size bed, which is real nice. All the casing around the windows and the doors in the Brinkley, I don't even know how it's attached. There are no like nail holes or screws or anything. It's beautiful. And it appears to be solid wood. You got the loft here with the ladder. In here is the bathroom. Never mind. I don't know why my camera's making everything look curved, but that's got to be my GoPro. But the bathroom has a sweet magnetic catch that keeps the door open. It's very strong. Solid wood door. Got a really nice window in the bathroom. You've got a nice sink. Even the toilet paper holder, I mean, it's magnetic to the wall. It's well thought out. There's actual storage underneath, so you can keep some stuff. This is a really nice bathroom off the garage. As the guy who uses it in our camper quite a bit, I really appreciate it. Got the Max Air fan up there. Really well done bathroom. They thought of get a little bumper on the wall here. It's nice. You don't scuff up your wall. Here's all your controls here. Oh, imagine that. Another magnet. So this is like a storm door type door latch on there. There we go. Now it's sealed up. That's good. More solid wood trim around the opening. Very nice. Side of the couch, you got power USB ports. The couch is definitely nice. It's like a USB port right here, along with looks like maybe heat and massaging.
And the magnets.
More USB and power there. Sweet.
said each unit is individually built too. It's not all together, each one of them has heat. And they have heat pumps for like 20 degrees.
You got a nice signed letter here from Tim Brinkley for buying the unit. What's the first impression, Cindy?
I love it. I love it. It's perfect.
This is half the owners here. The other one's outside.
He's out
This is
there
Cindy.
doing business.
We're just checking out her kitchen because we know Mark can't cook worth a shit. That's my lovely wife, Linda. What do you think, honey?
It is incredible. See?
Did you show her this? That's... Gee, I wonder where we'll be hanging out in West Virginia.
Look
So,
at this. It's got the garbage can.
oh my God, you're so spoiled, woman. Oh my, did you see this, Linda?
It's got a hole. You could spit everything right into the garbage can.
That's unbelievable. Paper towel holder.
This
Oh,
is the
come on,
drawer I
that's
was
sick.
talking about. Like, weird, different. I don't understand it.
I could not tell you what that's for, but Linda probably
s-
could.
They said it's just a drawer for like paper clips and pens and stuff.
Wow, look at all the storage underneath.
This comes up.
Now must be to support the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, this comes. That's right.
I don't know how to do it. Oh, it just comes up.
Yeah, it's got to
Oh,
come
it's gotta
out,
come out.
and then it'll
That's
hinge up,
it.
and then you pull that guy out. There we go.
There.
So now you got. Jack can still get around there. Did you see that? Did you see that? This comes up,
Oh yeah.
but yet Jack could still get around there.
Yeah, Jack would have this too.
What is that? I don't know if that'd be heavy, Lou. Those aren't big enough for Jack.
And then there's shoe storage underneath there.
Unbelievable. So as we head up to the bathroom, this thing's packed full of features. You've got some slide out compartments here on the left that are really nice. You have a double head shower with glass doors, and the shower itself has got plenty of room in it. Really, really nice. Here you'll see Linda pulling out the cabinet on the left. There's tons of linen storage. The bottom is like a little pull-out garbage. Another magnetic toilet paper holder. Really nice pocket door. It does have a catch so that it stays closed or stays open, which is nice. The storage under the sink itself is more than adequate. She's pointing out the fact that there's no blocked off section like in ours, so that's pretty nice, with full drawers. So the bathroom's super nice. As we head into the bedroom, I'm immediately drawn to the bed off to the side like that. That's like my favorite layout. Ours is towards the kingpin, and I much more prefer the side layout. Prep for washer dryer cabinet. That probably won my wife over immediately. That's definitely something she would like. Ours is way back in the garage, and that's kind of useless because our entire garage is taken up with the razor. Got a nice hanging closet here with some shelves. That's really nice for, hanging up clothes and being able to take more. Little shelves above each window with USB ports so you can charge your phone at night. That's nice. Little light between or on each side of the bed. Little window there on the sides as well as above the bed. And there's lighting underneath the bed itself as well. If you pop that open, hey, look, more storage. I mean, Brinkley just nailed it with this bedroom design as far as I'm concerned. This is probably the most well laid out bedroom I've seen. I think I talked Cindy into opening this again because I told her I didn't catch it. It's kind of funny. We'll see. So I did talk her into being Vanna and opening it again. She was telling me you can get an insert to fill in the open area and have it like a desk, or you can store jewelry or things you want out of sight. under there as well. So that's pretty nice. That pretty much wraps up the tour. I think we go outside and kind of talk a little bit. They had to obviously do the paperwork and the not so fun stuff, but man, what a unit. This thing is incredible. Say goodbye to this rig. And say hello to the new rig. All right, so first thoughts. You guys happy or what?
Very excited.
Yeah, excited, but I think we can find something bigger. I'm pretty sure Cindy will find something bigger.
No, this is it.
We're not talking. Are we still talking about
That's
campers?
on camera. Oh, we're talking about the RV.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
Mark and Cindi, folks,
No.
the new owners.
But they are going to put the upside down pineapple right on the front,
That's getting edited out.
and it's going to say 10,000.
That will never make the video. Never. So here we have the first hookup. They're getting ready to head out, and their first beers in the rig. And then they first successful back in at the house, and a beautiful night shot. The first night, the rig's in the new home. Thanks for having us out today, Mark and Cindi. It was a lot of fun. And thanks everyone for watching.